Scorpio. The theme of your reading today is number 11, changed in the night. You have changed quickly. The truth is, Scorpio, this level of transformation that you have undergone, it doesn't happen quickly ever. You know that. I know that. Maybe to other people who don't understand the depth of your commitment to yourself. It may seem to them like you've changed quickly, but what they don't know is that you have been committed to your own transformation for a very long time. And it's just now that you've reached some kind of line or tipping point, and you've crossed a threshold from which there is no return. And you crossing this threshold is like a signal to the universe to bring you new energy and experiences in alignment with who you have become. So it just feels like this moment now, your new sort of default embodiment is officially changed forever. Like irreversibly, it has changed. You have changed. There's no going back. And so your reality is now kind of catching up to you, and life is bringing you all kinds of new people, places, things, experiences, opportunities, problems, challenges, all of it. Life is just bringing you all the new things as a reflection of who you have become. So your transformation has reached this point where it's very, I'm hearing visceral, but it's very obvious. It's tangible. It's tangible. Maybe for a really long time, your transformation was this quiet, subtle thing. And because it's just inner work, right? It's just all this inner work that nobody can see, but you can feel it. And over time, all of the internal changes, they started adding up and compounding. Little by little by little, people started to notice Scorpio's different. I can't put my finger on it, but they look different, or they feel different, or Scorpio is manifesting new things. I don't know what it is, but they just seem different. Well, now you've reached, I feel, what I would call like the crescendo of this specific transformation phase. And now you've just tipped into another phase. And I feel kind of like you're in full energy. You are brand new, and therefore everything is new, right? So this can be really exciting, but it can also be really overwhelming. But that's part of the process, right? So I feel some of you are like cautiously optimistic. Some of you may be kind of skeptical. If you're experiencing an influx of abundance or success, some of you may be thinking, oh, this is too good to be true. Is this gonna last? That kind of thing. And Spirit is saying, you have no idea. Like, this is the tip of the iceberg. This is the literal tip of the iceberg in terms of what is possible for you. And some of you are also experiencing new problems and challenges. And it would be very easy to kind of have a knee-jerk reaction to that and to feel like, oh my gosh, maybe I haven't transformed as much as I thought. Why is this happening? Why is this coming up now? Why can't things just be easier? You know, feeling annoyed or frustrated. But Spirit is saying, you can gauge your growth through the kinds of problems and challenges that are arising. There's never going to be a point, ever, no matter how aware and awakened you are, there's never going to be a point where problems and challenges don't exist. So do not expect that. You gauge your growth by looking at the kinds of problems and challenges you're experiencing. 444 on the timer. So if the problems you're facing are changing, that means you're changing. That's a good sign. And of course, the way that you react and respond to them is also indicative of your growth, right? This is very specific. I'm also getting that there is, for some of you, there's a problem that is arising or an obstacle, and you're perceiving it as negative, but it actually contains a golden egg. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm seeing. It's almost like this problem is made of all of these ribbons. And if you really stay present with the problem, you don't push it away, you don't try to avoid it, you're just present with it as you navigate it. The more you do that, the more these ribbons unravel and reveal some kind of golden egg in the center. I don't know what that represents. Success, abundance, happiness, all of the above, maybe. But this is a really good opportunity to kind of reframe the way that you think about problems, the way that you approach them. They're not going anywhere. It's like I said before, they're not going anywhere. New levels, new devils, right? As the saying goes. So this feels like such a prime opportunity to find the gold in the challenge, whatever that is for you. And you do that by being present. You don't avoid it, you don't push it away, you just stay with it. Navigate it, one step at a time, right? That brings me to the card at the bottom of the deck, number 35. Never jam today. Promises that never come to be, empty words, and not living in the now. I just feel like you do not have room for this anymore. This is the energy that you have left behind or that you are leaving behind as we speak. This is the energy of manipulation. Sugarcoating things, avoiding the truth, watering down the truth, I'm hearing. Playing games, having secret agendas. You just don't have room for it. You don't have time for it. You don't have the energy for it. You're not entertaining any of this kind of energy anymore in yourself and outside of yourself. Okay. All right, let's go into tarot. I am using the Wild Unknown for you. Show me Scorpio. Just show me Scorpio's general energy, please. I do apologize if my voice sounds a little bit different or wonky. I've just been getting over a cold, so I'm a little bit congested. Whoa, the sun. This is a brand new sense of self, feeling an influx of energy physically. Greater motivation, greater inspiration, greater drive and focus and presence. Wow, this is like a complete, I'm hearing recharge. It's a recharge of your solar plexus. I just keep getting full energy. I mean, this is your sense of self radiating out for the whole world to see. It's almost like you're still getting used to who you have become at the same time that you're trying to get used to all of the changes that are coming as a result of you changing. You know what I mean? It's just a lot. But you would not be handed anything you could not handle. You just wouldn't. And so I feel like Spirit is showing you this as your general energy to almost prove to you or reveal to you that you're receiving more because you are more. You are more. You have unleashed parts of yourself that were previously suppressed. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Ooh, Five of Swords. That takes me right back to that, the Oracle card at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you're trying to breathe. You're just focused on breathing and just like getting through the day. Not because it's bad, because it's just so much. Like, it's so much. But I feel like this is also just part of the life path of being Scorpio or having major Scorpio in your chart. It's just, it's part of the journey to really fully immerse yourself in transformation. You are the death card in tarot. That's the most transformation-y transformation you can go through. So, okay, this is really interesting. This has never come to me before. This is so specifically just for Scorpio. When your life is intense, you know you're in alignment on some level, because Scorpio is intense, and on a soul level, you ask for intense experiences. Intense does not automatically mean bad, by the way. So I'm watching you trying to regulate your breathing. Like, the only way to navigate this kind of fool energy, this influx that you're stepping into and experiencing, the only way to navigate it is one thing at a time, one day at a time, one moment, one breath at a time. Yeah. What is this Five of Swords? Okay. And the only way to keep making space for new, fresh energy is to continuously let go of old things, to continuously let go of this. Anything in your life that is this, cut it off. Say no. Move away from it. Shift your focus away from it. So again, anything that is of the energy of manipulation, avoiding the truth, watering down the truth, power games, any of that. I feel like some of you are still kind of alchemizing that a little bit. It may still be, there's like an echo of it present in some of your lives, and that's totally fine. It's just the last tendrils clinging, right? Wow. Okay, 222 on the timer. What's the primary challenge that Scorpio is facing right now? I'm hearing just getting started. The primary challenge for you is just getting started with something. It doesn't matter how incredible and amazing and positive something is. If it's brand new to you, it's kind of a challenge, right? It's not a bad thing. I just heard the word watermark. I don't know what that means. Watermark. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, just getting started. Grabbing the potential that is flooding your life and starting to dance with it. Starting to do something with it. Doing new things, engaging with new people, approaching problems in new ways, right? Wow, 10 of Pentacles. Mother of Swords. Queen of Swords. Okay. There, Scorpio, wow. Like, I just feel like there is so much available to you. You could go anywhere, you could do anything. I mean, it's like everything is wide open. You have the full range of pentacle energy available to you from Ace to 10. Your challenge is to stay anchored in your personal truth as you navigate everything, but as you navigate turning thought to thing, as you navigate stepping into abundance and creating it for yourself, as you navigate your own newfound energy, you have to have an anchor point, or you could get blown out by all of this. That anchor point is your truth in here, your personal truth and your connection to spirit, right? You're being asked to step into leadership for yourself in a really big way. Maybe you are also meant to be a leader for other people. I have no doubt of that, actually, but what is being presented to me here as the primary challenge is really stepping into being the leader of your own life by not losing sight of what is true for you when everything is coming to you and you could really do anything with it. What's the advice? What's the advice for Scorpio? Well, I think, isn't a watermark, like when you hold up a dollar bill to the light and you see like numbers and stuff in it, isn't that a watermark? When I tune into like, what is this watermark that I'm hearing? It's like something is hidden, some kind of energetic signature or code within you. Like that is the personal truth that you're meant to stay connected to. Make sure that you are really, really fully planted in your internal personal truth before you take action. Yes. There's the advice. Justice. Acting in accordance with internal truth is what creates the reality that you want ultimately. The universe is, it's like, okay, it's almost like this moment in time for you now is making it more apparent than ever that you live in a kind of mirror reality. Now, we could talk forever about what the law of attraction actually is, and all of that is up for debate. But there is no debate about the fact that your thoughts, beliefs, feelings, and actions get reflected back to you in some way eventually, right? This is something about this moment in time is really proving that to you. So the way that you feel inside when you make a decision or you take action, that is not the only influence, but the biggest influence on the manifestations that come back to you. Hopefully that makes sense. The Magician, yep. It's all you. It's all you, Father of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. You absolutely have the ability to create massive, long-term success and abundance for yourself. Okay, know that. Just, if you knew that for a fact, what would that change? Maybe you already do. But if you don't, now you do, hopefully. I just feel like Spirit is saying you can trust yourself. You can trust yourself. And it's almost like you're being put in a position where you have no choice to now. So practice trusting yourself on like maybe a deeper level than you ever have before. Okay. All right, let's get a journal prompt from my deck. Journal prompt for Scorpio at this time. As soon as you think you've reached the peak or the end or the climax of something, that's when you realize you're just getting started. You have come so far, Scorpio. And now you're just getting started. I'm seeing you like on the peak of a mountain, up in the clouds. It's like you've elevated yourself so far. You've expanded so much that now you're beginning again, but your starting point is something that many people only dream of. Number 11. Oh my gosh. The first card was number 11. What do you want to start making time for? Yeah. Be very, very intentional. Very clear within yourself. Connected to personal truth, right? What do you want to start making time for, and what do you have to stop making time for in order to do that? All right, let's get a closing message from Anatomy of a Witch Oracle. Closing message for Scorpio. Commune. Ooh, I love this. I feel like who or what you talk to is very important. Be picky. Be picky, not just with who or what you spend time with, but more specifically, who or what you talk to. Who or what you share your innermost self with. That's very important. Your innermost truth should only be shared with, well, I'm hearing the right people. The people who are where you're at now. Yeah. Let's see what the guidebook says. Okay, I'm getting also for some of you, how do I say this? For some of you, it may be time to find a new group of people, or maybe like a mentor or a coach or a friend, I don't know. It might be time to find new people who they're going through the same thing as you. Like, you need to find people who are playing the same game. In a lot of ways, potentially, Scorpio, you may feel like you are, I don't want to say the most advanced. That sounds really egotistical and bad, and I don't mean it that way. But you may be the one in your whole group, friends, family, coworkers, whatever. You may be the one who is the most devoted to inner work, the most devoted to creating your reality from the inside out, right? And so a lot of times it kind of feels like you can't commiserate with someone who's really walking the same path as you. If that is you, it feels like now is the time to find other people who are playing the same game. All right, let's see what the guidebook says. Thanks to wordsmiths such as Shakespeare, it's easy to summon the image of a coven of witches brewing up magic around a cauldron. While a witch may certainly work alone, working with others who share your vision can be an incredible experience. When we commune, we come in union with ourselves, with spirits, with each other. In convening, we gather to conjure and create something entirely new. In the medieval Welsh poem Predu Anwen, I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce that, when we read, quote, "The first word from the cauldron, when was it spoken? By the breath of 9 damsels it is gently warmed," unquote. We are reminded of the power that can be generated when we gather together and collaborate. Keywords are convene, collaborate, conjure, and gather. Even when we're working by ourselves, we're collaborating with the world around us. Acknowledge the spirits of place and those that have come before you. When you need help, don't be afraid to ask for it. Embrace the spirit of working together to create something new. All right, Scorpio. Thank you for letting me read for you. I hope this was helpful, or at least thought-provoking. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I would love to hear from you. And as always, I will be putting this journal prompt in the description box along with several others. They'll just help you to process everything and take your inner work a little bit deeper. All right. I'll see you next time, Scorpio. Bye.